If you are the kind of person that has to buy something wherever you go, it means you have a problem. Have you ever wondered why supermarkets place things such as chocolates, sweets, and drinks near the register? They're put there so that you can view them and be tempted to buy them before you leave. Just like paying for a Netflix subscription simply because you binge watch one show. All these so-called small things add up to a lot of money. You spend a few bucks here and there because it either looks good, you're hungry, maybe a little tired, and because the price tag isn't going to give anyone a heart attack. But this is a bigger problem than you realize. And if not controlled, it could lead you into a financial disaster. The good news is that you can fix it. So below are a couple of things you can do. 1. Learn self-control. If you're lucky, your parents taught you how to do this as a child. If not, remember that the sooner you master the discipline of delayed gratification, the easier it will be to manage your personal money. Although you can buy something on credit the moment you desire it, it's wiser to wait until you've saved up enough money to make the purchase. You must ask yourself, is it worth paying interest on a pair of trousers or a box of cereal? A debit card is just as convenient, and it deducts funds from your checking account rather than accruing interest. Credit cards are a great tool to have, but with comes the added responsibility of needing to be financially disciplined, such as paying off the loans on time. If you do, you will establish a positive credit history, and increase the amount you can borrow, at a potentially lower interest rate. This financial tip is critical for establishing a good credit history. 2. Needs versus wants. Ask yourself, do I need this, or do I just desire it? Make sure you ask yourself this question before making any purchases. For example, when you claim your dog simply wants that blue sweater with the fire hydrant on it, this isn't the type of need we're referring to. When dealing with needs and wants, you must ask yourself, is it something you must have? If you can live without it, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, the buying it will only add to your debt. 3. Keep track of your money. After reading a few personal finance books, you'll understand how critical it is to ensure that your spending is less than your income. And budgeting is the most effective way to accomplish this. When you see how much your morning coffee costs over the course of a month, you'll understand that small, reasonable changes in your daily expenses can have just as much of an impact on your financial status as a raise. Furthermore, keeping your recurrent monthly expenses as minimal as possible will save you a lot of money in the long run. The first step toward making your money work for you is to understand how it works. 4. Start an emergency fund. Pay yourself first is a basic rule in personal finance. No matter how much you owe in student loans or credit card debt, and no matter how low your wage appears to be, it's a good idea to set aside some money each month for an emergency fund. Having money set up for emergencies will keep you out of financial difficulties and help you get a better night's sleep. Also, if you develop the practice of saving money and seeing it as a non-negotiable monthly expense, you'll soon have more than only emergency fund. You'll have money set aside for retirement, vacations, and even a down payment on a home. Ensure that the terms of your savings account allow you to access your funds fast in the event of an emergency. 5. Start saving for retirement. You must plan for your retirement far in advance, just as your parents undoubtedly sent you off to kindergarten with high aspirations of preparing you for success in a world that seemed eternities away. Compound interest works in such a way that the sooner you start saving, the less principal you'll need to invest to reach the amount you'll need to retire. I will make a detailed video on power of compound interest and why it is called eighth wonder of world. Subscribe to channel and get notified when that video is available on channel. Company-sponsored retirement plans are especially appealing since you can contribute pre-tax dollars, and company frequently match a portion of your contribution, effectively giving you free money. Don't worry if you don't have access to a company plan. Self-employed individuals have a variety of retirement planning options. Even if it's only a small amount towards retirement initially, it will add up to something useful in the end. 6. Learn about taxes. Even before you get your first paycheck, it's critical to understand how income taxes operate. When a company gives you a starting salary, you must be able to determine if that income will provide you with enough money after taxes to satisfy your financial obligation and, hopefully, your ambitions. You can find many online calculators that make it easy to figure out your payroll taxes. These calculators will tell you your gross income, how much tax is deducted from it, and how much money you get to keep, also known as net pay or take-home pay. Finally, spend some time on learning how to do your own taxes. It's not hard to do unless you have a complex financial situation, and you won't need to hire a tax expert to do it for you. Tax software simplifies the work a lot compared to when your parents began, and it lets you file online. 7. Protect your wealth. You'll need to take precautions to ensure that all your hard-earned money does not vanish. You'll also need to shield your money from taxes, which is simple with a retirement account, and inflation, which you can achieve by ensuring that all your money is accruing interest. There are different options for investing your money, such as high-interest savings accounts, money market funds, CDs, stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. The first three have little or no risk of losing money, but the last three have a greater chance of both losses and profits. Learning how to invest is a crucial skill for increasing your money and, eventually, your wealth. 8. Don't give up when you make mistakes. In addition, do you know what? As you're figuring this out, you're likely to make some mistakes. First, you'll buy something without much thought. Second, you're going to make a choice that you'll wish you hadn't later. Third, you'll have a sense of hopelessness about everything. First and foremost, don't worry about it. Financial growth, like most other aspects of life, is frequently characterized by taking 2 steps ahead for every 1 step backward. As long as you keep moving forward, you may take a lot of steps backwards. The goal is to improve on your previous performance. Don't beat yourself up if you make a mistake. Instead, learn from mistake, and then work to avoid making it again. Reconsider the circumstances that led to your mistakes and consider what you may do to avoid it in the future. Above all, never give up on yourself. It will be a long journey. There are bound to be some stumbles and setbacks along the way on any long journey. So, my parting shots are, remember that you don't need a fancy degree or a unique experience to become an expert in financial management. If you follow these 8 financial rules and recommendations in your daily life, you can be as financially successful as someone who has a hard-earned MBA in finance. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you've enjoyed and found value while watching it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to channel, subscribe for more content like this. With that said, have a good day, and I'll see you all in the next one.